Where are you? Hey, I'm glad to be back. Hi, thanks for sticking with me. I had a little short break over the weekend, but I'm back to it, and don't foresee anything that will. Oh my lord! I'm trying to pour the Diet Coke. It's turning into a huge, moderate-sized disaster. There it is. I just poured it. And I feel a little. I feel a little. I got to get back into the grind here. It's not a grind, but I'm looking for the. Where is the documentation? Oh, they don't have that listed here. Okay, user guide for the Jurassic World Park stuff. Yeah, okay, that's you got to click a few places. There's a few click throughs required to get to the list of islands. Right? Okay, yeah, islands. Is it explore? Missions gallery. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff I haven't really looked through yet. Okay, the list of helicopter planes. We're still going to go. Okay, anyway, yes, I got the beautiful Bluetooth controller. This is just the second stream since I purchased the Jurassic Park add-on from Orbucks. Seems like a good group of people. Shoot, I actually have to launch my game. I even forgot. So it'll be a few minutes of just catching up, I think. We'll do that. But it's good to be streaming. It's good to be back in the grind today. Let me tell you about the stream. It's going to be me operating the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know exactly where we're going to go or what we're going to do, although I do today kind of have a plan. We visited Isla Nublar, the main island in the Jurassic Park thing last time. There's lots of stuff to explore there. But we're going to go to the other group of islands. Because I think they have a small. There's Isla Sorna is the next one we're gonna check out. That has like 2 airfields and a compound, helipad, bunch of helipad. So that looks, and then there's Isla Muerta. I don't know where that one is either, but there are airfields, so we'll be able to find them. I got the freshly poured glass deco. All right, we'll play the big brain games today. That's me operating the Octurtle, the reveal, the tightrope trivia quiz. Today's the Monday quiz should be a little easier than the yesterday's quiz, which kicked my ass. I did it off stream. There'll be me doing the Quirtles, et cetera, et cetera. There'll be a short break where we play my old musical piece. I take a break. During that break, I'll be frantically dragging my piano in, slapping it down right here so that we can have an episode of Ken's Piano Lounge for you today. That's me live performing my musical stylings on the piano from memory. We'll have to see, man. I don't know. But I mean, it means, hey, a few mistakes might creep in there, but hopefully I'll get into the groove. Boot it up so it's ready for us. Now, the first thing what we're going to do is pick the Aeroplano. We were in the X-Cub yesterday, and it's cool because the X-Cub comes with these new liveries that are specific to the park. But I thought it might be fun for sightseeing. We should try the Ascendants, the AT Ascendants. That I think it'll be good for dinosaur hunting. I want to see if I can find. Hold on a second here. A map that shows. Okay, there's Isla Sorna. Yeah, this map will help us do a little dinosaur hunting. There's a map I'm looking at. How you doing, by the way? We're gonna try to find some dinosaurs. But I've never been to this thing. But a map that shows, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a bunch of places to try to find. Let's get to it. Try to find dinosaurs. So we're dinosaur hunting on Isla Sorna. I'm doing really well, by the way. Thanks for asking. Where are we here? Okay, so we picked the Ascendants AT, but have we chosen the color? Because bubblegum pink is really our best choice. I mean, I guess we could go camouflage and pretend that we're, hunting the dinosaurs. They don't want us to see them. You know what? Let's just do that. We'll do the camouflage because we're hiding from the dinosaurs. They'll see us. But and they run away. So we did find some dinosaurs last time, but hopefully we'll find some different ones this time. All right, so save and back. Go to the free world, right? Oh no, yeah. From here, we're gonna search for the main. Let's see, Isla Sorna airfield. Is it west or east? Do we want? Let's just see. I think we'll do the west one. This looks like a crazy island. So that means we're looking for JWS1. Let's find that. And there we go, Isla Sorna. So this is all add-on content that you're not going to find unless you purchase the $20 add-on. I mean, these islands they're not real, so they're not going to be in the game. Just be ocean out there. Let's see. We don't want to start on the helipad. Can we start on the runway? You know, actually, we can start on the helipad. I forgot. We're a helicopter. We're a drone slash, a drone slash airplane. It's a very new kind of futuristic craft. So we'll start on the helipad and see how that goes. I've never been to this little island before. It'll take a little while to load if it was like the previous one, because there's a lot of stuff to preload. On Isla Nublar, that's where the whole Jurassic Park is. This is the one that I would think was mainly in the second episode, which was mainly had military installations on it, right? It didn't have a park on it. But they're beautifully done. Orbix does great scenery. Oh, we want it. Hold on, I forgot we're running. Okay, there we are. We're back on the ground here for a second. Just while I talk about this plane, it's what a friend of mine, what Wilma likes to call the flying GPU, because all the fans. Basically, it has 8 fans, but it also has fans. These blades that push you forward, so you can get forward movement, and then you get lift from the wings as well as from fans. So it's kind of a hybrid. It's a truly hybrid vehicle, but it takes off. It could take off like a. It could take off like a drone, vertically and perfectly stable, unlike a helicopter where you kind of have to keep it in place. I don't have to touch anything, and I can, you can turn. Okay, we want to check out what's here. So this is this tiny little airfield. What is it saying? Gear. Okay, that wasn't it. Oh, parking brake off. Yes. All right. So there's this tiny little airfield. You could probably land. Okay, you can land helicopters in. Oh, then it goes off that way. Okay, so there's nothing up here. Okay, but now I'm going to try to see where I am on the map. Where to the closest dinosaurs that we're going to find are due south from here. So I just want to make sure we're heading in the right direction. It's this way. All right, once we get some speed going, we're going to do south. Once we get some speed going, we're going to change it into fly mode. And we're going to fly. I have to hit these planes there. These trees, huge trees. All right, there's got to be something up here. According to the map, we should be seeing some dinosaurs. They might take a little while to load in. But what's up here? So let's slow down. What are these guys doing here? Hover mode. Okay, yeah, we got some brontosaurus or something here. This is similar mixture that we saw over on Isla Nublar. We saw those guys and the Triceratops dudes. Well, we'll check them out. Or whatever these guys are. They're not Triceratops. They're common ones. Look at the spiky backs. The Stegosaurus. Right? Have a spiky tail. Whoop. A little more power. I want to try to land. I'm trying to get it so we're in hover. There we go. We're hovering. So we can look outside and check out the dinosaur. So this is the way to visit the dinosaur park, if it really existed. So you can get up nice and close and personal. I don't want to be copyright infringed by playing the Jurassic Park music. They really should. I think it would really be. Maybe I should not bother and not even worry about it. Just do it. Just play the Jurassic Park music. You know what I mean? Dare the world to sue me. Okay, well I don't see any dinosaurs over that side. They definitely seem to be clustered over here. Good to know for future dinosaur hunts. Yeah, okay, so that's the one that's south of there. And then let's see, if we head northeast over this ridge here, that's northwest. So northeast, okay, yeah, with that ridge there. There's like a helipad, and there should be some dinosaurs around there. Okay, yeah, so if there's, now it's showing us the points of interest, which is nice. There's more dinosaurs over there, but those are just these two kinds. We have not seen the Tyrannosaurus rex, or we did see velociraptors. You know, they're in their own pen. They have them separated out. Okay, so there's the airfield west. That's where we took off from. You can see there's a whole another set of islands up there, but this is a pretty complicated one. Then there's this area here, which has a helipad, and there should be some dinosaurs. Okay, we probably want to go into flight mode for this mode here. You can. I mean, you got to get pretty low. I mean, we can see them from here. You can see them back. They're kind of back there, but here, we'll do another pass. I'll show you in case you missed them before. I'll go into fly mode. They're right over here. But, I mean, even the big dinosaurs are kind of small from the air, so you've got to get real low. But they're in here somewhere, right? I better learn how to find them again. They're right up ahead. So this is what it looks like from here. So you can kind of see, I mean, there's something up there, and that's where the dinosaurs, you know, there's a lot of them, but you got to kind of know where to go. That's what they would look like from the air. If we stop time, we can use our magical parachutes, which are also be fun to do in Jurassic Park. Get a nice close-up look. You see they're animated. They got a lot of, you know, the eyes. They're like doing things. So there's that. There's this. I think these are stegosauri. There's plates on the back, which people weren't sure whether they were used for defense or cooling, but the spikes on the tail were certainly used as weapons for sure. And the tiny brains. All right, let's go find some more though. Okay, back in the plane. Back in the plane. But I was like, we gotta get the music. Okay, so we'll head northeast from here. I'm still kind of learning how to maximize the the capabilities of this plane here. But it has a big surface area to the winders, so you can definitely see out of it. We're gonna head to this Isla Sorna helipad and InGen compound. So we'll see a place where they are, they're genetically modifying and birthing the dinosaurs there. And you can also see these paths here are for the kind of the electric automated cars, self-driving vehicles that stay on a path. And there's also some cool, those fences you'll see that are, you know, those tall electrified fences. Haven't seen any of those yet. Over speed. Slow way down here. We're gonna fly over here. We're gonna check it out. Slow way down. Okay, there's some kind of hidden compound here. All right, we're gonna go back into hover mode. Hover. There we go. So there's a helipad, and again, this plane is great because it is a drone. Yeah, it's, you know, exactly. You know, I remember seeing the first one. I lived in San Francisco at the time, and I saw it in a big major theater, and that, you know, that's the way to see an event movie like that. So this movie was, or this island was only, I think, the second or third movie or something. I want to get close and check out the InGen compound here. I don't know if this is a you know, movie accurate spot, but let's check it out. We're actually going to land on the helicopter landing pad there. It is not hard to do with a drone. Maybe we can get out, walk around a bit. But yeah, it seems a lot more military. Yeah, I read you know, some of his more, you know, he was a doctor, so I liked his medical ones. Andromeda Strain is actually a really good movie too. That he did. But like you know, some of his medical ones are kind of good because, you know, very very accurate stuff. Okay, I'm watching our negative altitude, 9,600 feet per minute, so it's gonna take about a minute to drop down here. You see, it's kind of overgrown in a sense. It looks like it's got a lot of, you know, maybe this is, you know, post abandonment. We'll find out. Yeah, so that's kind of the main building, I think, over there. It's beautifully done. I mean, this is all unique, brand new architecture to the game. Hasn't been seen before. Again, you can't land from here because you can't see down. You can't see below. Now in the real world, I can imagine that you'd have a camera. But here we're just using the external camera. Works almost as well. There we go. We're just temporarily touching down here. But you can see, yeah, it looks like this is the post-overgrown stage of this, of whatever this is. But the thing is, it says there's dinosaurs in the area according to the map. But I haven't seen any actual dinosaurs. But maybe they're like hanging around in these things here. Let's take a close look. Oh yeah, this reminds me of one of the Chris Pratt ones where he was training the dinosaurs, and they had like these pens. I wonder if there's still dinosaurs left down in there. I don't see any. Are they here nearby? Yeah, I don't see any around here. Definitely shows there should be dinosaurs in the area, but not what kind they are. All right, let's get back in the plane and fly around them. Maybe we'll find them. Yeah, that one. That was definitely one of the later ones. Maybe there's some in here. Did I check back here? I'm just doing that while we're here. I don't see anything moving around. Yeah, that was one of the Chris. See, he's done like a bunch now. Yeah, and I think some of this is based. Okay, now we're back in the plane. Oops, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. Let's see, can we take off? A second here. There we go. Alright. Yes, I can get some power here. So yeah, so this is interesting. There's a little kind of thing here. Again, it said that there's some dinosaurs in the area, but they could be very small. They could be hidden into the trees, or sometimes there's even flying dinosaurs. So I'm gonna get up a ways to see if I see anything at all that's moving. But if not, we'll go to the next thing, which is a dome that's due east of us that we might be able to go inside and check out. See anything too nearby. See anything down there moving? This guy's moving. Anyway, due east on the other side of this ridge, there's a dome. So we're gonna check that out. All right, let's go back to fly mode. Fly around a bit. We're hovering, but we're gonna go into fly mode. As soon as we do, you gotta pull the stick back. But yeah, these heavily treed areas, there definitely could be dinosaurs hiding, and it'd be very hard to see them. Which is why it's a dinosaur hunt. You know, it's a challenge. I do have some maps that vaguely say, you know, where to look. This dome is not listed as a place as where there's going to be dinosaurs, but it's a dome, or it's a building of some kind of ridge. It's on the other side of this little ridge here, I think. Right? There's that thing there, and then due east of it, on the other side of the ridge, there should be a dome. This here area, right? Right, right under here. So you can see one of the giant fences I was talking about. They keep the dinosaur population separate from each other. And, you know, there's a very, you know, very key part of the, you know, the Jurassic Park experience, or, you know, the movie experience. So I don't see any dinosaurs on this side. And up there. I'm really expecting to see something, though. I don't see. Is that over here? Maybe it's here. Yep, it's a dome, but it's really low. This is going to be interesting. We're going to just stop. Oh, and look at this cool bend in the river here. This is some beautiful terrain. But yes, there is an avian enclosure right here. Let's check it. Okay, stop time. Use your magical parachutes. Everyone get out of the plane. Where are we, by the way? We're jumping out of this plane. We're using our magical parachute. So this is an interesting, it's different, very different than the domes and the other ones. But you can see there are pterodactyls and other kinds of birds, the big and the little small little kind. I wonder if there's got to be a way in. Maybe down on this end? There doesn't have to be a way in, but I'm pretty sure there is one. Let's check this out. This is enclosed on this side. It's a very impressive piece of virtual engineering. Okay, yeah, I don't think we can get in on this side. There was definitely an entrance. Oh yeah, there's maybe an entrance here where this thing is, where the thing is. That would be the smart place. But you can see there's dudes flying around down there. They can't get out. But yeah, if there is an entrance, it's going to be right here. But I don't know if there is. It seems like it's closed. And it seems like locked. And then there's that there. We can't get through this fencing here. It's sealed. But there might be a way in somewhere. Right, what about here? Oh, wait a minute. We're right here. Right here. That looks like a hole. Uh-oh. I think I crashed. Yeah, you can get in there. I tried. Wait, what's down here, though? Ah. This looks like something. Well, that definitely is a way in and out. I don't know if we can get in and out. Oh, I think we can. Okay, yeah, you can get in and out through there. For future reference, we are in. We came in through that thing. Things that look like a door for people, you can get through. And we can get out now. It will let us go out. But while we're here, we're going to check out these flying things. Nice. Hello. How you doing? I don't know if they moved that gracefully. And there's a bunch of them, like, there's a bunch there. There's a bunch sitting around, just hanging out, just doing their sitting thing. Oh, he's got babies. That's a mom and her babies. This is cool. And it's very brightly colored foliage. I wonder if it's like that all year or if it changes in the winter and fall. So it looks like that's fall foliage, and we are in the fall. That is wild. Okay. Hey, there's more to explore, too. I think we can just go out here. Uh-oh. It's maybe not. Let me see. I think we have to go out the way we came in. Come to think of it. That's fine. It's right here. Now that I know where it is, it's easy to find. It's literally through here. Gotta go through there. Alright, let me go up. Back onto the plane. Start time again, because I didn't pause time. Alright, now we're flying there. Alright, so the next thing is due east of here. Okay, that's the dome. There's a place to look for, but then north of that place is another place to look for dinosaurs. We've seen a bunch already. That's what that looks like. You can't really see it from a distance, you know. It's because it's at below ground level effectively. That's really cool. I'm really enjoying this extra add-on $20 content, and it's providing plenty of content for the stream. Okay, so the next thing is there's an airfield east, right? But before that, there's a helicopter landing pad that's associated with another like a compound, the worker village. Okay, so that's what this compound is, the worker village. I'm looking for. This is a beautiful island. Crazy. So the worker village is going to be Cheer. And then there's another airfield. You can barely see it from the air because it's in the trees, but it's right there. That's the worker field right there. Okay. Then they got a road over here heading to the other airfield. This actually one looks like a little bigger, but it's still basically a dirt airfield here. Isla Sorda. Yeah, I mean, you get a big airport on Isla Nublar, the main island, but you just get these little airfields here. All right, if we head north, according to my map here, from here, we should find some a place to look for dinosaurs. So let's try that. Okay, so we head north to that direction right here. Yeah, and right down here, I don't know what kind of dinosaurs, but it shows a little icon indicating it's a good place to look for them. That's what we're gonna do. So let's see. You can see the little, you can barely see that little village down there and the airfield behind us. But force speed. So anyway, this road takes us out there. Goes up there, but the place we're looking for dinosaurs is right on the edge of the water here. According to this. And so I don't know what kind of dinosaurs we're going to find. As you go through here, there's very, very dramatic gorge here. Wow. Is that a tower? That's a tree. Go through there. The river pops up there. There's this thing here, and then we make a left. We look on the left side, left bank here. Right over here, and according to this, it's a good place to look for dinosaurs. So in fact, we should go into hover mode in case we see them. According to this, they're over here. So we'll have to get pretty close to find out. Now, right here, it looks like there's another one of those little roads coming into this area. Kind of on this beach or something, or inland ways. It really shows it right here. See if we can see anything. If we get real close to the ground. Now, is this the right place? Okay, so that turns north. Yeah, it kind of shows it right on this path right here. It basically says, here's a good place to look for dinosaurs. This path here. I don't want to get real low here and see if we're seeing something. Well, let's just jump out of the plane. Well, it's a frozen time. I don't really see anything on this path here. Over here. Over here. See a little close up. This way a little bit. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find anything here unless it's real obvious. Because the trees are gonna hide most of everything. but if it's a dinosaur, I want to see it. It does say it's in the area. Yeah, this one's, I don't really find anything. I mean, it could be like a singular Tyrannosaurus Rex. We have not seen the T-Rexes, and I'm sure they exist. Alright, let's get back in the plane. Which is, I forgot where else is back on. Alright. Okay. The next place to look for a dinosaur is going to be to the north, over here. I think I find it. Okay. Alright, it's gonna have to, we're gonna fly over there. Flying, turn it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a little further up here. I don't know. Let's just check real quickly. Maybe I was too short. The T-Rex has its own pen. I did miss one on the right. Shoot. The T-Rex has its own pen. I will have to, again, I have not looked up the documentation. Might be on the right side of this thing, of the fjord here. Or like down here. Something down there. Oh, we're overspeeding. Well, I'll just keep coming back. There's another place I wanted to check. There's another helicopter landing port. Yeah, there's a helicopter landing port that's at the top of this mountain, and I want to check it out. But yeah, I would assume the T-Rex has its own pen, and also may be hard to find because it's just there's just one or two of them in a large area. But there's definitely a T-Rex pen on Isla Nublar. We haven't found it yet. This is also, but there's also some places I want to check out up here. So, you know, we'll come back and find more dinosaurs. But yeah, there's a map here. Basically, he shows an icon, but it's a fairly large area that you might. Yeah, I'll come back sometime. I'm not that concerned about finding every time. I just kind of want to see the sites. And again, there's a bunch of islands, and this is, I think there's 5 total. This is only the second one, and it offers a lot to explore. But I wanted to explore something where we could potentially land on any. You can see the other islands there from this perspective. These are all, and maybe down there too. I'm not sure. So, but this is the one. This is the second most built-up one after Isla Nublar. So the Isla Sorno and the high point, Punta Alto. It's just a helicopter pad. That's fine. I'm just using it as a point of reference. So now we want to go south-southeast. East, no, southeast. Okay, according to the map here, you should see something down in here. Right in here, on that, oh, it's like this beach area here. So let's see if we get low enough we can find something there. Let's go into hover mode here. Should see something, if it's true, in this area. Again, it's not a perfect, you know, bullseye. Oh, I see. Okay, they're over here. There's some dinosaurs over here. Let's check them out. We're gonna get low. I see them wander around down here. So at least we found something. I don't think these are the big ones, but they are dinosaurs. And there's another place to find dinosaurs. According to this map, there's 2 more. There's actually quite a few on the island that are due south of us. And it's not that big an island that you can't find out, kind of figure out where you are. Alright, so you can see where we came up, there was that Punta Alto, the high point helicopter pad there. Then there's this beach area here, it's kind of bay. And then on this area here, looks like we got maybe more Stegosauruses. I think we've seen them before, but let's check it out. There's something. Yeah, they're just hanging out in this grassy area. They're not in that grassy area, but they're in this grassy area. Let's just see what we got here. I'm thinking they're Stegosauruses, which is, we've only seen 3 kinds of dinosaurs so far. I'm sure there's more. Yeah, those are more Stegosauri. Still. Cool, there's a bunch kind of hiding in there. They are really cool dinosaurs. You know what I mean? All right. So how would we find the next one? The next one we're gonna find by going due south. I'm gonna get some altitude here. Before we go forward here. Okay, we're going due south, right? Yeah, perfect. We're gonna go over this ridge. You lost the sound. Well, try hitting refresh. Huh, that's interesting. It doesn't show any drop frames on my side or any kind of indications. I just yell louder. Alright, so we go over this ridge going due south, this direction. There should be another spot kind of on this, in this kind of valley here. But I don't know exactly. Unless, okay, there's that there. Then there you come up. One of these directions. That's south that way. This might be a little tricky to find. There might just be one of these clearings on the side there. That entrance might be looking there. It looks like there has to be a river. I want to go over this side here. Oh, there's a lake there. Oh, actually, there should be an opportunity to find some, this little lake here, right? Is this a lake or is it an inlet? On the north side. Well, that's an inlet. Okay. So the lake is down there. This way. Actually, we're gonna go this way. I should go into fly mode so we can get some. We can get some a little more. Just to cover some more distance. So there's that mountain there. And there should be kind of a lake kind of on this side. A small lake. Not big. Yeah, there's that inlet there. There's the river coming in there. Showed some opportunity, yeah, for dinosaurs to be kind of around here. Don't necessarily see anything. The end of this right here. Something wandering around there. Can I get out and take a look? Close to watch anything. I have to reset my, one second. Gotta reset my camera here. Down here, did I see something moving? No. This is kind of on the map where it shows you might want to look for dinosaurs. Right around here. It would be on a kind of a steep area. Don't see anything moving. Really don't. But there's also that little lake down there we're going to check out. Hold on. So they're moving, but This is what you call a dinosaur hunt. You know, it can be a little tedious. Alright, so according to my map, there's this little lake. It's more of a pond. Right here. And at the north end of that pond is another spot. Right here. So we're going to also do a little stopping here, because this looks like a nice flat spot that one might find dinosaur on. In this area. Are these guys dinosaurs? Gotta reset my over here. You've got to get nice and low, because they can just look like dots from the air. Moving over here. I thought I saw something moving around. I did see something around. I think these are more velociraptors. These are the faster guys. Oh, we'll get them nice and close. These guys. Remember these guys? Scary. Scary. And doing fun stuff there. That guy's looking for parasites. There's quite a few of them out here. Hello, how you doing? There's a lot of these dudes. I guess they're velociraptors. I mean, 'cause that's kind of most common. And they're running around there. That's pretty wild. Okay, don't say I didn't show you a couple different kinds of dinosaurs. Alright, so that's where they are. So by the side of them. Yeah, that's pretty accurate actually. Alright, back in the plane. Where is it? It's right here somewhere. Back in, doesn't matter, back in the plane. Alright, so yeah, so there's the velociraptors there. Oh hey! Thanks for the raid. I sad I didn't get to watch the rest of the Magic game. We are out hunting dinosaurs on Isla Sorna, which is one of the islands that you get in the new Orbex Jurassic World archipelago. Yeah, you have to kind of get out of the plane to see them. Because, you know, and you see how big the island is and how kind of small the areas are. There's, if you look at this inlet here, I believe one of these little grassy areas here is also indicated to possibly have dinosaurs, but I don't know. We really want to find the big ones, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but we haven't seen that yet. Okay, so there's this little thing here, and then over here, right here, down there somewhere, you got to get nice. We're real high. I'm thinking way low. We're gonna get lower here. Maybe in this grassy area here. So yeah, we're looking for, and they include little there are dinosaurs running around. You just have to get real low. Hey, Comic Crazy, good to see you. Is that a dinosaur? We'll check it. I don't think I see anything. They're usually in groups, so if you're going to see a bunch. I'm in my AT Ascendants. It's a pretty futuristic hybrid plane here. Okay, so, and that's the exit to the north. No. We're looking northwest. Okay, so that's not where I thought I was. That's fine. We want to go to the south part of this island here. And I can hopefully find another spot to find some dinosaurs. And we're going to look around. The other island, the Isla Nublar, which is the main island, has a huge park, a huge Jurassic Park simulation, you know, where it's like from the Jurassic World movie. It's really cool. It's huge. And it looks a lot like it. By the way, cheers everyone. I hope you have your icy Diet Coke with you. Hi, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a Mistress Morg raid. Okay, so this is south. I remember when I was trying to make affiliate 2 years ago. That's what got me affiliate, but that was 2 years ago. Literally 2 years ago. But yeah, in case you're coming over from Mistress Morg, she's a good, close personal friend of mine, and I do this kind of, we do this kind of content 5 times a week. Do the Microsoft Flight Simulator-ing. This is kind of a nice canyon. I should concentrate here. And then there'll be a live musical performance. This is what we do around here. Have I ever crashed a plane? I have crashed many times, but I try not to because, you know, yeah, if you hit this, if I have collision detection turned on, so if I were to hit the side of the buildings or the, you know, the ground, it would go, you crashed, and you went, you know, it just sets you up again. It's over there, trees. But you know, yeah, it's just a matter of pride not to crash too much. IRL crash, yeah, really. No, I don't. Yeah, that's why I shouldn't fly a real plane. Because I'd be taking chances that you probably shouldn't take. Right, so there's another. Okay, where is this? Okay, this is back into Worker Village, but I want to go to the south. We haven't been to the south coast, and there's an inlet there. So there's a Worker Village right here, which is kind of cool. So that's where the workers are. I don't know, but and there's also we went to this cool avian enclosure, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of. We had this. There's another bay here, and this is where I was thinking. There's yet another, probably the last of the day, opportunity to find dinosaurs on this particular island. I was definitely in the wrong place. I'm looking at a map that has a little iconography that shows you where stuff is. Okay, Okay, so this is this giant bay that I was thinking of. And the place where it's recommending to look at the dinosaurs is here, up here. I believe ish. So let's see if we can see if we can find anything. Don't see, but because they, they're big, but they're real small from high altitude, any kind of altitude. Don't see anything in here. Uh-oh, I see some dinosaurs. All right, let's go into hover mode. Hover mode so we can see some more dinosaurs. So this is this plane, by the way, if you're just tuning in, this is the AT Ascendance. It's a real plane. It's a real that they're working on. That can operate as a hybrid. It operates kind of as a plane, but it goes into a mode where it acts like a drone, like a huge drone that you can sit in. And when it's in drone mode, you can basically, put it on a spot, go up, down, right, left, translate, turn any way you want. Yeah, it looks like more brontosauruses and stegosauruses. So we still have not seen the T-Rex. We know they're in their own. It's probably just one in its own pen. So that's going to be hard to find. But at least the map is accurate, and I'm able to find. Find them. Let's get out and say hi. Where am I? Wait. Where are they? Oh, they're over here. That's fine. And a lot of stuff about this that you're seeing here is like the trees and the foliage is customized for this the Orbix add-on. So you won't see this in the regular game. They're just kind of hanging out here. They're moving around. They are alive, They're doing stuff. You get pretty close up, pretty wild. And they make sounds. You can kind of hear them sometimes if you get close up. Cool. All right, that's it for the dinosaur hunting for today. Where should we land? We are going to land. I don't like to abandon the airplane. All right, so we're here. What are you dinging about? Landing gear down. That's fine. All right, so there is. Okay, where's the last place I wanted to go? Actually, let's just go north and land. I'll show you guys the enclosure again for the flying dudes, and then we'll land there. And that'll be it for the flying segment. After that, we do the big brain games, me playing some brain games, some free games. And then there's going to be a live musical performance featuring me playing the piano. So you can see kind of one of the cool things you can see is those giant fences that they have in Jurassic Park, the electric fences that play a key role. They're keeping the dinosaurs separated so they don't predate each other. And that's one of them right there. But what you can't see very well until we're right on top of it, so it's kind of cool, is this avian enclosure. Yeah, we're doing the Piano Man, and that should start in about 10 minutes, really, because I'm almost done. I am done with the flying today. I like to fly for about 45, 50 minutes each time, break it up into segments. There's several more islands to explore in this content. Now, we haven't even fully explored Isla Nublar. We haven't found the T-Rex. There's a bunch of really cool. There's a small and a large variant of the flying dinosaurs in here, but you can't see how huge and amazing it is from a distance because it's it's level with this gorge here, and so they basically just cover up the gorge, and you can get in through a hole at the bottom of that dome section. But it's really cool, and it's got this. It's very differently colored, but you can kind of see if you look carefully, you can kind of see there's flying dinosaurs down there. Quite a few flying. They're also perched. There's like a family, like a baby flying dinosaurs. Pretty wild. All right, we're just gonna land in this open area field here, next to this area here. Put her down. This is where we're camping out. Grassy area right here. I'll get a picture. in the grass. It's kind of wild. All right, I want to get a screenshot. There, so Jurassic World content. Oh yeah, there's a palm tree. I'll have to do. Very nice. It's a little postcard I send to myself. Sometimes I use them for my social media. Okay, that's the that is going to be it. Let me get out of the Microsoft Flight Simulator here. That's it for the Flight Simulator content. But there'll be more Wednesday. That's the next stream. Roughly 11:30 a.m. my time. It's like to start at a very consistent time every single time. You know, if you're a big streamer, you can start whenever the heck you want. But if you're a small streamer, you want to start at a very consistent time and schedule. This is going to be, we're going to move into just chatting for this, just about 10 minutes worth of, that's what I said. I wonder if the colored trees, because it seemed like they were, it seemed like they were fall coloration. So we'll come back, we'll have to come back, I guess, in different seasons. And there are a lot of fall colored trees in the real world, but not on that island. You know, that island doesn't have a lot of those fall coloration trees. All right, let me get set up for playing the big brain games today. It's a set of free games that I like to see. But I didn't even notice that until I looked to the right that I was watching Mistress Mord's stream, and she has rated me, but I don't want to see an extra monitor. Okay, move here. Quirtle is the thing we're starting with here. It's a set of daily games I just like to use to exercise my mind, make sure things are still working properly. This game is it's like a Wordle from the New York Times. It's from the fine folks at Merriam-Webster.com. We're gonna do a Quirtle. That's just our warm-up game. You solve 4 or 5 letter word puzzles at the same time. Now, I always use my same starting words, to annoy, because that can be the slowest part is having to think of words. Let's see. Upper left could be flick. Let's try flick. Could be a couple things. And that F was helpful. So now we know it's got to be funky on the lower left. This is just a warm-up game. And the next one here is gonna have to, Coke Zero. You know, I got plenty of Diet Coke left. It's the stream cannot end as long as the Diet Coke remains. I successfully put myself in just chatting this time. Let's see. There we go. Just chatting. You know, I don't like to be, you know, I like to be in a moderately accurate category. Okay, we got one left. No, we know where the C is. There's an M, an A, and a T, and a C, and it's got to be match, right? M-A-T-C-H. All right, so warm-up game of the Big Brain Games has been completed. The next game is called we're not going to do the weekly challenge. The next game I like to do for whatever reason is the revealed game. It's from our friends at Britannica.com. I use our friends that phrase way too much. All right, the subject today is a person. Interesting. And the person has the first name is 4 letters and their last name is 4 letters, so it might be Karl Marx. See what I'm saying? But let's see what it was. Let's not have your preconditions. But the person here, born March 28th, blank, 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 is and blank, blank, and blank, blank, known for her, so it's a female person, we believe, flamboyant blank, provocative blank, and strong blank, blank, who achieved enormous blank success in the early blank with blank century with such as blank, blank. She also blanked out of no blah, blah, blah. I'm going to guess it's Lady Gaga. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? You know, some of them are super easy. Some of these are super hard. That was on the easy side. I mean, mainly because 4 letter, how many female, famous people have 4 letters, 4, you know what I mean? Anyway, all right. So let's see. We did pretty good since we didn't need any hints. We solved them requiring no hints. Other players, again, this was considered an easy one, only 3.5, showing on the average of what other players were doing. And most people solved it. And there's a picture of Lady Gaga. All right, we're moving on to the next game, which is the Tightrope Trivia Game. It's a 9-question timed trivia game, multiple choice, which from the fine folks at Britannica.com. Oh, geez. And the thing is, the Mondays are the easier questions. The Sundays, you can see how it says easier to harder on the top there. So hopefully today is the easier one. I consider myself a certified trivia master. Let's get right to it. Which country? $1. Oh yeah, Dinkum. Oh geez, that took me a long time for some reason. I wasted a bunch of time. Eat the Earl of Sandwich. Yes, invented it so he could eat won't keep leaving his hands clean for card playing. Apparently, using a periscope. That was we have a reproduction of the Spirit of St. Louis in the game, and you cannot see forward in it. It's kind of weird. It's cool though. But it was shunned by the Irish community. Boycott. I'm gonna guess that's the only thing that comes to mind. Okay, I think I must have known that, or no, maybe not. Has played the which character in 4 different decades? Fraser Crane. Yeah, that's it's one thing to have a character that you can play that long. Green Basilisk is caused by what name? I think the Jesus Christ lizard. You want to get these as quickly as possible because time is a major component of your score. 3 patents. Well, the person who wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is Mark Twain. A trivia game. There's a police headquarters. Which city? London. Okay. These are a lot easier than yesterday. Okay, so even though we got them fast, because Monday there's a bonus, a difficulty bonus. So I don't know if we're gonna get the difficulty. Well, we'll do okay. We did get them all right. That's a start. But then see, there's the correct answers, and that's not even the main component of your answer. It's the speed is a bigger bonus. Let's see how we got. You want to get over 2,200 to get your clever funambulist rating, which is the highest you can get. As I mentioned, I'm a certified trivia master, so if I didn't do that well, it wouldn't be good. But hey, we got a couple games left to go. Then I'm going to take a short break, and then it will be Ken's Piano Lounge. So let's move on. The last 2 games I like to do are our octordals. They're a lot like the quordals, except since you're solving 8 words at a time, it can be a little more not necessarily challenging, but time consuming. But I don't know. I'm just addicted to these 5-letter word puzzles. So you got 8 of these guys. I'm still using the same things. Okay, we have a lower right here. It's got to be acute. So we'll just grab that. This one here really has to be pitch, P-I-T-C-H on the left there. And that'll give us the H. H is handy up here. That could be cheek, C-H-E-E-K on the right there. All right, the K wasn't helpful. Let's keep moving. This is the warm-up game. Then we're going to do the rescue. That's the hard one. Then let's see. Okay, we have hotly or tohali. It's got to be hotly on the upper right. There's no other choices for that word. Let's see. This one is always, I've seen this. By the way, I see this pattern all the time. It's either lemon or melon, but because they're anagrams and we don't have any information on the first and third characters, you don't know. 50-50, melon or lemon. It's kind of funny that the English word has that. I mean, we have all the 5 letters, and you know what I mean. So, well, anyway, hopefully, we'll have extra guesses, so we'll be able to guess it. But let's do some of these first here. We know there's 2 E's, excuse me, and an S and a T and a B. Beset, right? That's the only thing that could be. This one here has, we know where the E is, but there's a B and an L and an A. And it could be L-A-B-E-L, right? It could be label. All right, now we're down to 2 left. This is the warm-up game. This could be S-T. It could be stool, right? I mean, right? Okay, could be. And we're down to the last one again. Now we know that it's not melon because we had a word that starts in L. Up, until we did label, it could have been melon. But lemon is the only one that's available that starts with an L. So by waiting, we eliminated the guesswork there. All right, we're down to our last of the big brain games, which is the rescue. I don't get to use my 3 powerful starting words. It picks 4 random words for you. For example, these random words do not have a U or an I in them. I mean, in other words, they don't cover the vowels like mine do. But on the other hand, there's always something that's really easy, like this one here. This one has to be Slurp, SLURP. It's basically spelled out for you. So that gave us the U, which we needed. Let's see. This one up here, I'm going to go with mushy, upper right. I think it's got to be mushy, or at least that's a good guess. And that should give us the Y. And the Y is used in certain places. Oh, also here, look. Now we know there's an R. That's all we know there. It could be a million things. The R could be there, but I don't think so. So it's probably... It could be brawl. BRAWL. Let's try. Oof. It's not brawl. Hey, that's okay. We have extra ones. Drawl, probably with a D, right? That's the only thing it can be. Yeah, it's got to be. Okay, let's just get it because I don't think it'd be anything else. All right, we can conceivably still win this game. You can only get one wrong and still win the game, and we just got one wrong. But that we could get the next 5 right. You never know. Let's see, because we have a B and an R to place. And it could be rebel, R-E, right? It's got to be rebel. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Let's go see if we can find some other words. This one here is S-U-R-L. It has to be surly because there's an R and an L. And we know it ends in Y. It starts in S-U, right? Yes. Yeah, it's an easy one. This one here. Okay, so there's a P. It's R-A-P-E. And it can't be drape. But it could be grape. And I like grape. I like grape for this one. Oh, and the G was helpful. Let's see. But this one here is going to be Swami. S-W-A-M. Right? Because there's no P in it. So it can't be swamp. It's got to be Swami. Let's just try. A-S. Because we don't have the I. All right, come on. Let's do it. There we go. And the I was helpful. Nice. So let's see what we got here. So we have an A and an I and a G and a P. That's all we know. It doesn't start with the G or the P. If it doesn't start with the G or the P, then it has to be I-P-A-G or something. I-P, which I don't think so. Huh. Do I include chat for the games? Well, I kind of have to move it along. I mean, if people want to suggest words and I happen to look at chat, I don't have a problem with it. But usually people don't really, they're not really participatory games. But no, sometimes Toby Gal will get a word before I do. Or anyone can. But I'm pretty fast at the game. And you see, I'm trying to kind of keep things moving. Let's see what this one here is going to be here. P-A-G and an I. That's already an unusual selection of letters. I think, let's try this word. A, P, I, N is available, G is required, aping, which is to mime or to imitate somebody. Let's just give it a whirl. We won. It was aping. Okay, and that was our last chance, by the way. You can't, we only got one wrong. We look again here. We did pretty good. All right, I only get about 50, 60% of those this particular game. It's a hard one. So I always feel good. I give myself a little cheer with a Diet Coke, for completing the big brain games. I'm going to switch to the musical section because that's how we run things around here. Every single time, every single stream is very much the same. I mean, there's subtle differences, but basically it's these segments. All right, I'm going to be running my mid roll. It's about 3 minutes long, and during the mid roll, I'll be actually physically bringing my piano in, plugging it in, turning it on, put my headphones on. There's a whole bunch of stuff I need to do, but we'll get it done. So enjoy the mid roll, and we'll see you on the other side.
Okay, let me get my camera set up here a little bit like I like it. There we go. Roughly there. Can you see me? You can hear me? You can see me? I'm going to warm up a little bit here. He's around. You can see him, yeah. These are my warm-up songs. They don't have titles. What one's called Frenchie's Cafe. All right. Well, what is Ken's Piano Lounge? You may ask at this time of the stream. There's the cat. It's literally this list of songs here. It says long lounge acts song list, and basically I should have these mostly memorized. It's like Peaches at the top. I don't do Peaches very often. It goes like this. It's by the Presidents of the United States of America. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can, they were put there by a man in a factory downtown. If I had my little way, I'd eat peaches every day. Sun-soaking bulges in the shine. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. I took a nap where the roots all twist. I squished a rotten peach in my fist, and I dreamed about you, woman. I poked my finger down inside to make a little room for an ant to hide. Well, nature's candy in my hand, or can or pie. Millions of peaches free. Millions of peaches for me. Millions of peaches for free. Peaches. That song is, I don't know what that song's about. Fruit, man, a man and his love for a particular kind of fruit. Anyway, that's not technically the start of my lounge act. It's not a lounge song, but this is. Welcome to Ken's Piano Lounge. Sit down. I think my camera's messed up. Hold on, let me try this again. Oh, maybe that'll reset it. Way too bright. We'll see if that other camera fixes itself. All right, the next song is going to be Breaking Us in Two by Joe Jackson. He's touring. He's got a new album, Joe Jackson. I don't know if anybody knows who he is, but he's one of my favorites. Yeah, that didn't fix it. We'll do some camera adjustment later. Better too light than too dark. My camera. That's way too light. Jackson's my favorite. Next one is called Flashdance. I like the song. Gotta fix my camera later. I got 3 cameras. They gotta match. Thanks for the follow. Hey, John. Up close personal cat content. No, he decided to. He was going to jump on me. I think he decided to go that way. There he is. There's Mo, the amazing. He's a little on the older side. All right, next song. That was Flashdance by Irene Cara and Georgia Moroder, I believe. Girl from Ipanema. This is a classic. Lounge piano song. Gotta know it. think I changed too much. Pretty, if I had to go back, I'd probably just do all the same stuff. All right, simply some Todd Rundgren songs here. This one's called just it's called Too Far Gone. It's called Cliche. I love that song. I can play that song too many times. Each time. It's one of my favorites. What else? We skip around to something else like this. Like, Just the two of us. All right, Misty. Yeah, I do. I play bass too occasionally. Some Diet Coke there. More condensation. All right, which do I want to do? This one here. See if I can still do it. Josie. All right, next is going to be Paul Williams song for the Carpenters. forward in the song list here. What's the next one I like to do? I like to do Can You Read My Mind? It's by John. It's from the Superman the movie, 1978. By John Williams. That John Williams. This is a song. Elton John's song I like to do is an instrumental, Yellow Brick Road. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. It's a great song, great tune. All right, Walking My Baby Back Home, 1935. This is based on one of the most covered songs ever written. This is based on a James Taylor version, which is amazing. welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Spotify's a thing. No, I'm not on it. I'm on YouTube. Okay, Up and Away for the fifth dimension. My favorites. Not my favorite. All right, here's another song I like to sing. There's a man who leads a life of danger. With everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, with another chance he takes, odds on he won't live to see tomorrow. Beware of pretty faces you may find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Oh, be careful what you say. Don't give yourself away. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. aged man, secret aged man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. You're sunning in the Riviera one day, then bleeding in a Bombay alley next day. Oh no, that's the wrong word slip when kissing persuasive lips. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Look at it, agent man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. They've taken away your name. Look at it, agent man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. One last instrumental. It's Up Where We Belong from An Officer and Gentleman, Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes. I'm not going to do either the Joe Cocker or the Jennifer Warnes part. I'm just going to do the Planet Beyond Planet, which goes like this. All right, that's pretty much going to do it for that. I think today's musical segment. Let me just switch back here to my base cam there, close enough for comfort. That was fun. I had a great time. It's been a couple days since I've streamed, but getting back into the groove of it, as it were. What I do here? It's fine. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for coming by. We had a lot of people come by. We had a raid from Mistress Moore. Had like 9,000 people come by because she always gets a lot of people. She was playing Magic the Gathering, and then they finished up and raided me, and that was always nice of them. So we've got a few new people come by, and maybe they'll become, who knows, regular viewers, because the content is very similar every time. The only difference is where we fly, what kind of plane we fly in. Obviously, the brain games is different every time. The same sequence of games. And then I alternate between guitar and piano. So today being the piano day, Wednesday stream will be a guitar day. I'm going to whip out a guitar. Not this one. I played this one last time. It's a great guitar. But I'm going to switch over probably to my Schecter, white Schecter, which is sitting over there. Strub along, sing some songs, do some karaoke, play some songs, solo guitar accompaniment songs. It should be fun. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You can't play it live like that and not expect to make a few mistakes every now and then. You know what I mean? But the thing is, yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm practicing these songs that I've memorized so that I don't forget them. I don't, so they stay memorized. Because it took me a while to memorize them, and I would not want to, waste that time to lose it. But basically, yeah, I got a whole piano. There's a bunch of songs I didn't play. And I should play more often. I didn't do Charlie Brown, didn't do Top of the World, didn't do I Can See Clearly. There's a bunch of, so there might be some different, but in the song list for the Ken's piano lines, but most of the songs I kind of do every time. Anyway, next time, Friday will be the next opportunity to do Ken's Piano Lounge, of course, because we're alternating. So if you want to come by Wednesday, you'll see that happen around 11:30 a.m. Standard Time. Friday's stream sometimes starts a little later, like 1:30, like 12:30 or 1. So because I have kind of the afternoon to kind of dink around, but I am a full-time working person as I have a job as a software engineer. So I'm doing these streams in addition to my 40-hour week as a software engineer for a major U.S. bank, which I got to get back to pretty much right now. But have this run my outro. And again, thanks for coming by. We'll see you next time. Oh, I should say, I forgot I have a little Diet Coke left. I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. I don't know if you know who Carol Burnett is, but Oh, Lord, that's some good Diet Coke.